December 9th, 2025. How is everyone doing today? I'm getting the news out. I found a ton of news, a ton of positive news. It's all coming together. Not only the new deck on the back of my house where I could see the pasture, I could see the sunset through the trees, but all of the financial institutions, Bitwise, PNC Bank, Stand with Crypto, Solana. We're going to go over a bunch of things in a real short video because I don't want to tie you up for too long. But yeah, don't forget to follow me on X at RulXRP. I'm the only one with the blue check mark. Look out for the scammers because they're out there and they're trying to steal your crypto for Christmas. All right, so Walmart, you get 6% XRP back. Chili's, you get 6% XRP back. In everything, you get 6% XRP back if you use your Uphold Elite debit card. Be sure to check it out. There is a splash page below. It will allow you to sign up. As a matter of fact, today I asked, what's for lunch, Uphold? Because my funding source on my Uphold account is RLUSD, Ripple's native stablecoin. It is stable to the dollar. And then when I spend my stable dollars on Uphold, I get 6% back on XRP. Check it out. Tell them James Rule XRP sent you by. All right, CoinGecko.com. Crypto market is up today. We peaked and then we dropped a little bit, but we're still good. Total market is 3.25 trillion. Bitcoin is $92,628. Ethereum's $33.20. XRP is currently $2.11, and I'm thinking it was $2.02 this morning. It jumped up to about $2.18. It's currently at $2.11. So, with all the XRP news and some of the things I'm going to show you here, we saw a little jump in price action as well as Bitcoin. If I'm not mistaken, I think tomorrow the Fed's Powell is going to give a speech. Hopefully he decides to drop the some more basis points, the rates. So all we can do is hang on and find out. So check this out. Solana. Okay, Solana ecosystem. They have 3.6 million followers. They put this out on December 8th, 589. 589 is the mysterious number created years ago, referring to XRP, the price of XRP, the dates, adding the totals up, just a mystery. And what else did they post? This says time to flip the switch. But unfortunately, they put Solana at the top and then Bitcoin and XRP, and then Cowboy Crypto right here said, I fixed it. Everything is XRP. And this is like the bear. This is the castle. You have all the conspiracy theorists. You have all the, the people out there trying to put all the puzzle pieces together to see how this ties to regulatory clarity and where XRP and everything else is going to be. So all the riddlers out there are trying to figure it out. And even David Schwartz says, for the first time in my life, I think I'm pleasantly confused. And I was wondering because they tagged David Schwartz, and I said, did David Schwartz take over the Solana X page, the Twitter page? Things that make you go, So today MoonPay got this out there, and I laughed, but I thought it was kick-ass. They said, are we doing this right, XRP family? And as you can see, they are converting $260 worth of Bitcoin into XRP, but it's taking a while for the conversion to happen. And I said, absolutely. I said, be patient. Your coffee will be cold after the transaction takes place. Bitcoin slow, XRP fast for the win. Bitwise got this out today. Today, the Bitwise 10 crypto index was released. New York Stock Exchange, BITW. And check this out. They say XRP, one of the world's longest running crypto assets with the potential to reshape how money moves worldwide. This was at Times Square. This is an actual billboard with BITW showing XRP. Welcome XRP, Bitwise 10 crypto index. Pretty kick-ass. I was in New York several weeks ago. Okay, here it is. Bitwise, BITW holding. Bitcoin is 74%, Ethereum 15.5%, XRP 5.17%. Wouldn't it be something if they would have did 5.89% XRP? But they didn't. But that's okay, Bitwise. That's okay. Solana, 3%. You got Cardano, Chainlink, Litecoin, Sui. Avalanche, and Polkadot. But XRP is number 3 right here. Congratulations to the team. $410 billion PNC Bank partners with Coinbase to offer direct Bitcoin trading for clients, the first bank to market such an offering among major U.S. banks. Woo-hoo, yay. But guess what? Back in 2019, PNC Bank was the first U.S. bank to go live on the Ripple Payments Network. So are they going to use the Ripple Payments Network to send Bitcoin to others? Another thing that makes you go, So the Office of the Comptroller of the Currency works with the banks. And they finally bent the knee. They finally realized that Choke Point 2.0 went away. They're not going to have it again. Well, right here, they said their interpretive letter 1188 confirms that a national bank may engage in riskless principal crypto asset transactions as part of the business of banking, people. And to tear that down is Bank XRP at Bank XRP. I got to give him credit for this because he really tore it down. And it only took me a couple of minutes to tear it down for you because you're going to get excited because I told you so. He states that important news and historic decision from the OCC paving the way for Ripple adoption in the U.S. banking system. The Office of the Comptroller of the Currency, OCC, the highest federal regulator in the United States banking system under the Department of the Treasury, has issued new guidance that allows national banks to use digital assets and digital currencies in their operations. This includes settlement, custody, payments, and execution of network fees using the digital asset itself. Why does this matter? And how does it relate to Ripple? Ripple is positioned to benefit more than any other company for several reasons. Number one, Ripple has applied for a national bank charter, which is issued only by the OCC. Number two, if approved, Ripple will operate under the direct supervision of the OCC, the top banking authority in the United States. Number three, the new guidance makes it fully permissible for national banks to use XRP and RLUSD for settlement and payment activities. And number four, it creates a path for Ripple payments, RLUSD, and the XRP ledger to integrate into official U.S. banking infrastructure. That is fantastic, and that is massive. What the decision now enables for national banks: use of digital assets such as XRP for payments and settlement, execution of network fees using a digital asset directly, enabling on-chain settlement, institutional grade custody of digital assets with a clear regulatory framework, and direct connectivity between traditional banks and modern financial systems built on distributed ledger technology, including the XRP ledger. The bottom line: the decision applies only to national banks. Yet it represents a foundational step towards Ripple formal entry into the U.S. banking system through its expected charter. It establishes the clearest regulatory basis to date for national banks to integrate XRP and RLUSD into their operations. For the first time, XRP and RLUSD, which is Ripple's stablecoin, now have explicit permission to be used inside regulated national banks. With this level of clarity, people, it's fixing to melt faces. Faces are going to melt. Like I said this morning, things are popping. Faces are going to melt. I think, if I'm not mistaken, somebody posted today on X, which is formerly Twitter, that XRP is the top ranked quote or acronym of the day. XRP has been mentioned more than anything else on X today. And finally, Stand With Crypto. Stand With Crypto launches 37 college chapters to mobilize Gen Z voters for 2026. Excuse me. What they're saying here, they said, Stand With Crypto, America's leading crypto advocacy organization, today announced the launch of its college chapter program. The program builds on the success of Stand With Crypto state chapters, which are active in all 50 states. Launched during the Midwest Blockchain Conference, the college chapter program will support digital asset community growth on campus and empower the next generation of crypto leaders to fight for a pro-crypto future in the United States. The program's initial launch includes chapters at 37 colleges and universities across 21 states, with chapters opening at, and you recognize a lot of these here, Texas Tech, University of Texas at Austin, all over. They're all over, and they're getting it out there. And the reason I bring it up is because I am a member of Stand With Crypto. If you go to standwithcrypto.org, I'll leave a link below. You can sign up for free. It gives the politicians scores, who is pro-crypto, who is anti-crypto. It shows the political scores in your state. And it shows which one of your politicians are pro-crypto and the ones that are anti-crypto. And I'll tell you what, if it wasn't for Stand With Crypto, I'll tell you what, no telling what would have happened during the election as it pertains to crypto and pro-crypto and all the above. But currently there's 3,004,031 global crypto advocates. I am one of those. I am signed up. And like I said, I'll leave a link below. So get excited, people. I tell you what, things are happening. We were always wondering what's going on behind closed doors. What are they talking about in these meetings? What are they talking about? The OCC, the SEC, the CFTC. Well, now we are getting to hear all the bits and pieces, and it is all pro-crypto, people. Be sure to subscribe to the James Earl Crypto Show. Share my channel with your friends. And as I always say, I told you so.